So I am going to create a junk journal. If you watched my last video, I created a mini scrapbook album for Christmas, my December daily, with a junk journal. It was so wonderful. I absolutely loved the whole process. I loved the whole finished product. I love how quickly it went together. And I am going to do the same thing with this Sunset Beach collection. Look at that beautiful ombre. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of this collection. I'm going to just show you quickly what it was that I got from Vicki Boutin and tell you about her new endeavor. So I've known Vicki personally for a long time. They used to come here. Scrapbook and Cards Day magazine started their Crop and Create in-person events very early on in our community. When they had the events, they took talented designers from the paper crafting community. Vicki was one of them. This was even before she was designing her own collections. She had, from teaching classes for Scrapbook and Cards Day magazine, she actually went to take a step out onto her own, creating her own website with her own classes and having, that's nice that they did this die cut page on the back of this so everything is used. Anyways, she went out on her own website, had her own classes. She made beautiful things online with her Friday night lives. She started designing for design teams. She started designing for businesses with paper collections. And then just recently, she announced that she is going solo and designing her own collections and actually manufacturing them as well. So she is in total control of everything from start to finish. The thing about Vicki and all of the products that she has is that she really thinks like a scrapbooker, paper crafter, multimedia girl. And because of that, she gives you so much stuff. These icons, 202 pieces. What other ephemera set has 202 pieces? This one has 48 chipboard titles. This one has 105 frames. She knows how to work with things. She knows how to give good value. Just like this fact that she's taken this cover page and instead of wasting the back with just a plain paper, she's given us something usable. So I am so excited to work with all of these goodies and create something to share. This is a really interesting item that's exclusive to Vicki, the laser cuts. I love this sunshine. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to go away this weekend and I am going to create a junk journal and we're done. Here is the finished product. Now I have to say I did use Vicki Boutin on the cover, but I actually only originally planned to supplement the papers with this paper pack, but in the end, that is all that I ended up using inside. So I still have all my Vicki Boutin papers to create another project with, but I still have a lot of these papers left too. Like I used this entire sheet from Brand New, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here's all like the leftovers, and I wanted to show you kind of how I do this. I've been buying these books from Indigo that are $8, and they have like really nice covers and really nice sizes. This one's bigger than the last one that I did, but I'll explain to you the process. Basically, I open up the book, I leave a couple of the pages, like these titles and things, and then I start cutting out, and I just take an X-Acto knife and I cut down and I take out a chunk of papers. So basically I just cut off these parts of the sheets. And then I'll leave a page And then I'll do the same the next time. I'll just run an X-Acto knife down. Now you could put a cutting mat under there to get the precise number of sheets that you want. I was actually just cutting it with a weight that was pretty consistent every time, it leaving me a stack of sheets that were little edges left for me to work on. And then what I did was I cut all of my pages to be this size here, an 8x5. But what I did was I folded a 12x12 in half and then cut it down to an 8x5 so that it was as simple as actually just putting the page on either side of the little strips that were left and gluing it together. So then I wasn't doing glue on one side, glue on the other side, which is what I did for the last junk journal I made. So I've decorated a couple of things here already, you can see. But when I did the cutoffs, I was left with the perfect number of things that made this project just fall in place so quickly. I was at a crop all weekend and everyone couldn't believe how fast I put this book together. So these are the little cutoffs that remain left over from the 12x12 pieces. So basically it was this that was left. Like you had these 1-inch squares or 1-inch strips and these little book-like folded papers. So when I went to make the cover, which I'll walk you through what the cover looks like here, I cut out an 8x5 page, and then I just took these little cutoffs, ripped it in half, and then tore it again like this, and just started layering the pieces. So it was kind of neat because this one looks like sand, so I did that on the bottom, and then this one was water, and this was also water, so it almost was kind of like an actual beach scene. But I'll show you what the Vicki Boutin things were here. So I've taken some of the ephemera, this cloud and this bow. These are the chipboard pieces. Everything is layered up. This was a fun viewfinder reel that was part of the ephemera. This is the chipboard pieces. I did one of her frames at the back of the page. So because I was at an event, I didn't actually stitch, which is something that I normally would do. I would normally stitch this page before I put it on, but I had to just go ahead and accept the fact that this would be unstitched. I also created a little quick bookmark to go off the edge. And the little cutoffs that I had, I used them like for this. And then the other thing that I did was, if you look at the edge here, you'll see these 1-inch strips. I actually just folded around and I stapled to each page all the way through. And I did the first page with just some little miscellaneous things that I had. This was my name tag from the event, so I just stuck it on there to true junk journals form. These were some pieces that I had. But I'll just flip through this now and show you what everything looks like. I left some pages. They had some title pages with the seasons on it, and I thought that was kind of a neat way to capture that as maybe potentially even a page I would just leave it. If I was doing summer, I might just do that, and maybe I would do summer 2025 and then put a picture of summer 2025. It's hard to say, but I've put some little things out the top as well. So here you can see what I'm talking about with the tabs. I've decorated a couple of pages. I just had some random things that I wanted to put in the book instead of them getting lost. Like, just happened to have these doilies out. This was a pre-stitched page that I had. that I thought, well, I'll just stick that in. This was one of the pages that was sort of ripped. I thought it was kind of neat. I will probably put a picture in here, and that will be framed by that. I used the 1-inch strip here as well, and this was some packaging that I had, so I just glued it in place so that it's ready to accept some more decoration. And like I said, I was planning on doing Vicki Boutin papers in here, but because it was just going so well with the papers from Michael's, it was just one of the paper pads from there, I just kept with that theme. I've glued all of the different trims on the edge at this point, so that part of the page had all of these, including this one, all of these tabs that provided that really cute feature to the edge. And now I'm coming in and I'm doing edging with the different trims. So this is cute. Like, I could choose to put a photo over here, or I could choose to decorate this over there. This was something that someone had made to me in Happy Mail, and I just decided to put it in place. Again, we've got one of the seasons, and we've got a couple pages. If I choose not to use these pages, I can just rip them out, but I've left some in case I have room for them, and in case I want a dividing page. And I don't understand how this book went, that it was summer, spring, summer. I never did see fall. I saw winter. So I could either cover up those or use them the way that they are. I've glued or stapled some of these in that are just little Happy Mail ephemera that I wanted to make use of. And you can see all this needs now is to print some photos, glue them in, and an album is complete. So that was a fun project. It hardly took any time at all. I worked on 2 projects this weekend, and there was a lot of socializing and chatting and eating and walking, and I spent, I don't know, a few hours really in total putting this album together, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. So let me know what you think. I left the edge this time because it said Best of Friends. I thought that could be a good book to actually have pictures of friends, and I left the back blank. I'm not sure if I should have left it blank or if I should have done at least a background of paper just on the back here. So I could have done the same sort of ripping kind of technique that I did previously. So it's like, gonna have some of these sort of, you know what I mean? But I've just left it blank. I can always go back and finish that later if I decided that I wanted the back to have some sort of a, this would go this way actually, some sort of a cover. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about my junk journal for this summery beachy theme. I tried to keep the title Escape and Stay Golden to just be sort of generic, that it doesn't have to be like a trip or beach theme photos, because I don't really have a lot of beach theme photos, but the papers are all my favorite colors, and I don't really mind that it's like a bright, sunny, happy vibe to it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.